Hello, Smite fans and Smite viewers, and welcome back to game number 2 of the second day of the OPL week number 1, split 1. We have an exciting game for you today. Game number 2 of Sin Gaming between Ghazali Jafar. Again, my name is Parathis, and casting with me is my good friend, Lynx Clone. That game was very, very fun to cast.
Oh, that was a lot of fun to cast. You very rarely see things like Ares now, even though Richard Castle from Bibles does love it. In OC, it's a pretty rare sight to see. That was a very fun game. And even though it kind of blew out towards the end, the early and mid game was actually very, very close and not much separating the two teams.
Yeah, it wasn't very, it was fairly even until the middle of the game, and then we started seeing Sin Gaming just wiping the team. Picks and bans are up on your screen. Odin getting banned away from Sin Gaming.
They keep banning out the Odin. It seems like Sim Gaming really doesn't want to deal with Odin this game. Like, they just have a despise for Odin. Also, Athena getting banned, which is a very common ban in Season 3 due to the power of her taunt being one of the strongest crowd control abilities in the entire game.
Exactly right. I would have liked to see Fonke maybe playing the Odin. Amaterasu again getting banned out. Very similar bans to the first game. Neither team wants to be dealing with these gods.
Thor also getting banned out, very similar to last game. They just don't want to deal with both the globals of Athena or that Thor in this game. Sin just want to keep them completely out of the game, out of their minds.
It seems like they don't deal with any global ults coming from the Defender of Olympus or the Anvil of Dawn from the Thor. First pick should be coming up in just a second, but still, those very crucial picks in the bans. Raven, again, locked in gaming. Fonke played an extremely strong Raven last game.
Fonke looked like he was at home. He had such a fun time on that. And with his unique build style, I'm interested to see how Ghazali Jafar decide to deal with it. And they picked the Chiron again for just laning.
He played a very strong Chiron last game. Granted, he did play the Chiron to the best that you would usually see a Chiron thriving in late game. Geb locked in for Ghazali. Should be a comfort pick for Desecrator. Has that mobility, has that blink Cataclysm, which we saw Horizon do very well last game. But I like the Geb instead of the Ares this time. They should work out for them.
Yes, however, Neith getting picked up on the side of Sin Gaming to deal with the fact that Geb has such a little lane push early on. And even though Karen can be quite aggressive, Neith early on, and Sobek as well, this is going to be very careful, both Chiron and Geb, not to get plucked by the Sobek. And Geb needs to really be careful using that Stone Shield, otherwise he could be either putting himself or just laning in very serious harm.
Sin Gaming are going for a kill lane. Sobek pluck into Spirit Arrow, and even the global presence with that World Weaver. A Felix locked in for Ghazali Jafar. I like it. It works very well with the Chiron Giddy Up knockback, and Geb with that Shockwave.
But it's also the ultimate counter to Neith, because Neith backflip such a long jump time and it's so predictable that really, if you can just wait patiently enough, Neith will backflip instinctively to try and get away from a team fight, and at that point, Wheelies will be like, okay, you're just coming to me. I'm going to kill you now.
Ghazali banning away Humbuts, and respectively, Sin Gaming banning away the Isis. Lloyd in Space played a very strong Isis. Circular Protections is very strong. The Spirit Balls and the Wing Gust were on point. Didn't work out for them too much though, but still banning it out. Fenrir banned away by Sin Gaming, by Ghazali Jafar.
Yes, HS247 played a really good Fenrir last game, getting those Ragnaroks off perfectly, using the Brutalize to its full advantage, and really just playing Fenrir like he has been in the old days.
Sin are going to be banning Giannis. I'd like to see that Lloyd in Space playing that Giannis, but no, banning away that global presence. Agni, however, locked in for Ghazali. They played a very strong Isis. Let's see how Lloyd can play this Agni.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he changes his build now he's going onto the Agni and probably won't be building that Polynomicon anymore, and instead maybe building into something like a Soul Reaver or something else that can apply a lot more magical damage. Interesting pick though, coming out from Sin Gaming with Ymir getting picked up.
So that's not going to be a solo Beck because Fonke's playing Raven. Is that HS playing Ymir jungle while Soul's locked in for Temper? Maybe? No, not even Temper. That's going to be a Soul mid and tier for Ghazali.
Ymir jungle, that is a very odd pick. You don't ever see that often. Like, I'm very interested to see how HS247 can pull it off.
I really want to see how he can I want to see these blinks. I want to see these blink freezes, glacial strikes, and these walls set up in the jungle. We're going to be going ahead and jumping right into the game. We're not fussing around, no breaks or anything. Let's go ahead and introduce our two teams here. So, on the left side of your spectator UI, fighting under the blue health bars, we have Sin Gaming once again. They are currently 1 up against Ghazali Jafar. We have Fonke in the solo lane playing that Raven like he did last game. HS with an interesting pick of that Ymir jungle. Agony is your mid laner playing that Soul. And Horizon and Temple make up your Joy lane playing the Sobek and the Neith respectively.
And on the side of Ghazali Jafar, playing under the Chaos side, which is on the right-hand side of your spectator UI. We have the Beast just doing another performance on the tier. Ultimate Abyss on the Jaguar riding a Wheelish. We have Lord in Space playing Agony. And we have in the dual lane, Desecrator and Just Laney playing Chiron and Geb.
Hopefully that Laney and Desecrator have a better lane time than they did last time. I want to see Laney thriving with this Chiron, very safe pick, and Desecrator, I want to be seeing him. He played a very aggressive Ares last game, so I want to see him keep that aggressive behavior, but this time hopefully it will work out for him because he has that mobility even after he blinks in and cataclysms.
Yeah, as you said, I'm glad Desecrator actually picked someone with some sort of escape, because last game, one of the reasons why they lost so often is because Desecrator got took out, like the minute he blunked in and used the no escape, by the time he tried to escape again, he was already dead. Well, Geb can actually roll out of these team fights and do something about it.
Awilix and HS are going for that purple pot and that red pot build. I'm interested to see how HS plays this. He played a very aggressive Fenrir last game, using that Unchained Overwall, getting that stun, and then the Brutalize as well. I want to be seeing him. He doesn't have that blink, however, he has the beads.
And that is an interesting idea, because he's maybe worried about the Willish, because he's actually not that mobile. As you said, without the blink, Ymir isn't very mobile. So if he does get caught out, because you can actually gravity search through a wall, which even Ymir can create, and at that point, if HS247 gets pulled out of combat, he is basically going to be stuck at enemy lines, very similar to how an Ares would be in the last game.
Yeah, true. I like the beats, but again, I would have liked to see the aggressive blink coming through. He started off with that purple pot, which means he knows he wants to play aggressive. He knows he's going to have that early game damage. The freeze Glacial Strike with the Frostbite passive just does so much damage in a limited amount of time. And also, Agony can pair up with that and use that Stellar Burst while they're frozen.
As well as the Stellar Burst, the Supernova combined with the freeze is actually going to be a lot, because it also knocks up. So you can just keep you constantly stuck in that Supernova for all 12 dots of the damage. And if those stack up enough, they can really just melt anyway, especially Lord in Space and Ultimate Abyss, who won't actually be that tanky early on.
Have a look over in our solo lane, however, the Beast is in a bit of trouble. Fearless is right into a freeze. First blood to HS247 with a great freeze catching out the Beast.
And with the fact that there was only one ward on the side of Sin Gaming around that topside mid camp, HS247 had got a very easy rotation in there, got the freeze on, and even due to the fact that Tia can actually reduce the CC effect of the freeze to only 1 second, that was enough for Fonke to root and finish off the job very nicely there.
And they're just going to be stealing away the pigs, and now they're going for those fire creeps. In the mid lane, Agony doing a good job of just farming up. Should hit level 5 exactly at that time. And now they look to be just trying to poke out Lloyd in space. He doesn't even spot out there's a big Ymir right behind him. Good freeze coming through. Stellar Burst. Just going to miss as he does get that dash through the wall.
But as that's happening, Temple with Horizon going very deep into Ghazali Jafar's jungle, taking the back camps.
They're playing extremely aggressive. Temple Wolf does get poked out, very much so. He does walk right into that training exercise. Good body blocking coming through from Horizon, and that's the sprint pop. Temple Wolf might be in a bit of trouble here. Great wall coming through from HS247, and the wall and the Glacial Strike blocking off every single member. There's the Supernova, which we were talking about earlier. Going into that form is HS247. That's going to be a secured kill for Agony against Desecrator. 2-0 right now for Sin Gaming.
Templewolf got some really good backup there from Sin Gaming. Like, they really just showed that they could keep Templewolf alive. Because even though the Giddy Up pushed him so far back into enemy lines, just because of Wheelix, 1 wasn't level 5 at the time, and 2 wasn't near enough, he was able to get off that backflip and just get away safely on such little health.
Right side mid camps are getting picked up by Sin Gaming, getting further ahead. Horizon is rotated over here, while
over in the
is
middle
pushing
lane, though,
that mid lane,
getting very low there.
Disapparate form is good though. Oh, that's a blink from Desecrator. There's that, the Spirit Arrow across the map. The World Weaver, good freeze through onto Desecrator. Glacial Strike to provide that slow, lurking in the waters to provide even more of a slow. HS gets his 2nd kill of the game.
And we think he needed to blink. All he's doing is just walking up
He
and
doesn't
freezing
even
them.
need to
They're not,
blink.
like, getting away in time. What is going on in this game?
I don't know why Ghazali, they're just... Over in our Joy lane though, however, Temple Wolf he might fall down in a second. The Centaurus form was used up, but he has members of Sin Gaming backing him up. He needs to be very, very careful. He doesn't have that form. Horizon, though, is just going to let him walk away.
Yeah, there's not much they can do once Just Laney got that far back. He's got the giddy up, he's got the escape. He doesn't need to worry about that engagement coming out from the side of Sin Gaming. However, over in the mid lane, a bomb just being used there by Lloyd in space to secure the mid camps, I believe.
Let's just take a look at our graph, see if he did. Yeah, he would have had to secure a little bit there. Gold in hand, lead right now, 1.5k in favor of Sin Gaming, 2.5k experience in favor of Sin Gaming as well. Just very, very early game right now, very dominative right now.
Yeah, having a look at the Geb over on Ghazali Jafar's side, he's actually started building into that Adventurous Blade over there, which will most likely be built into a Winged Blade to deal with a lot of slows coming out from Sin Gaming. They've got Horizon slowing, they've got Ymir. Ymir is one of the most annoying slows in the entire game. Fonke with a slow, as well as Temple, I believe, also has a slow. There are, like, the ample amount of slows coming out, especially with Desecrator, whose rollout is only CC immune after the first second. He needs to be careful not to get too trapped behind the enemy lines of Sin.
HS and Horizon playing very aggressive in Ghazali's jungle. They might be looking to go righto. He doesn't spot it out. Ooh, good giddy up. Just avoiding the freeze from HS.
And over in the solo lane, Fonke and the Beast are just duking out with the Beast, getting a nice fearless option with Fonke landing that 10-hand Shadow Fist.
That does so much damage, as well as the Fearless combo. However, the Beast is probably just going to heal up. Oh, over in our duo lane, though. Laney does get caught out. Good pluck right into the Spirit Arrow from Temple Wolf. But Ultimate Abyss is here to provide some kind of backup for Laney as he walks back under that tier 2 tower.
You can really see the safety of Chiron as the giddy up is such a long dash, and also anyone you hit while during that time.
Mid lane though, Cataclysm comes out. Agony is knocked up. Well, no, that's HS, but the beats comes through. The World Weaver as well onto Ultimate Abyss. That's going to be good amount of damage onto Desecrator. The rollout with that Supernova. Can he get out of there? Good wall, but he's going to get through it. Temple Wolf going to just miss that on the ground. I can't even remember. The heal on the ground is 2. The Unravel. Just missed.
That was a really good juke by Desecrator there, really showing the power of the Geb rollout and how he can be quite mobile and just duke around. Even a Ymir wall, which was a bit of a shame HS 247 couldn't just block off that a little bit. Over in the duo lane though, just laning getting on only a sliver of health with Temple thinking it actually doesn't have the Spirit, the World Weaver up, and is just going to stay in lane.
Right side mid camps get picked up by Sin Gaming. The Beast is hot on the trail of HS. Does spot him out there. Raven taking these fire creeps at about half health. Could be a favoured fight. Good overhead kick for Fonke. He's just going to back away though.
And also looking at Ymir, he's actually already gone into the pen boots for this jungler style, which I really like. Just means you can apply that extra bit of damage from both the Frostbite passive as well as your Shards of Ice and Frost Breath.
Left side mid camps are coming up in just a few seconds. Agony just building. Doesn't even have the stacks on the Doom Orb as he is 1-0. Would you like to see him building into a Doom Orb?
I don't know. Sol, I feel like can be actually quite strong with the Doom Orb, but if she keeps, because also the fact is with Disapparate, she can make herself invulnerable. But if she gets caught out a lot, I feel like it won't be worth it. We'll actually have to see until a little bit later on into this game to see whether it'll be worthwhile or not, because it's just too early to tell.
Left side mid camps are. Oh, they might have just got picked up. No, it looks like both mid camps were picked up by Ghazali Jafar as HS and Horizon are now back in this mid lane providing support for Agony.
Having a look at the player damage charts, we see that Neith is actually topping the charts, which isn't really surprising me. Spirit Arrow early on, especially with the Transcendence, can truly pack a punch, and Raven close behind on only less than 60.
Still, Agony high up there, 3k, only just a few hits behind. Everyone on Sin Gaming is just doing a lot of damage. They have a very, very strong team. They have the Stellar Burst coming through from Agony. They have the World Weaver and the Spirit Arrow from Temple Wolf. Even HS using that Glacial Strike just does so much damage.
Yeah, you can really get a feel for Temple. It seems to really like those global ultimates. He likes that across the sky, the World Weaver. He really just likes being able to affect other lanes even though he's in the dual lane.
Mid lane though, great pluck into the World Weaver combo. Does get stunned out, Ultimate Abyss does get hit by nothing there. He does get out. Still,
yeah,
that's 3-0.
Great Cataclysm to actually protect his teammates there. That is one of the best Cataclysms you can get. I think that was onto 4 or 3 people, which is really a good result for him. Also, since he's already built the Winged Blade, he's going to be nice and moving that extra little bit faster.
There have been a lot of fights recently. I think the last 2 fights, no kills have been granted, but pretty much everyone using their ultimates. On the side of Ghazali Jafar though, still 4 ultimates. Oh, over on our duo lane though, Temple might get caught out here. No, that backflip just to secure himself to get out of there. Very, very
Yeah,
safe
without
ability.
Ultimate Abyss trying to gank the Neith, they don't really have any chance of getting her. Once they have the Wheelix with them, and if she uses the Gravity Surge at the right time, they can easily kill Temple Wolf, even though he is actually one of the highest levels in the game.
I would have liked to see Ultimate Abyss trying to gank Sin Gaming on the duo side more, just because of that backflip. They clearly picked it to, you know, do it with the combo of Desecrate it with that Shockwave paired with the backflip as a Gold Fury gets started out here by Temple Wolf and the Sin Gaming boys.
However, Load in Space uses an angle to try and find someone where HS247 is able to get a Frost Breath onto Ultimate Abyss.
Good stun into Temple Wolf and Agony in the backline. The beast is rotated over. That's a good Lawbringer over the wall. Going on to Fonke. Good Fearless. Very, very tanky at this point. He won't be able to fall down in just a second. That's a Supernova. Rainfire stun onto Horizon. Everyone is very low at this point. Horizon still trying to get out of this one. Centaurus Spawn. Double kill. Cataclysm. Should fall down in a second. Does get picked up. Can Laney get the double kill? He doesn't have that masterful shot online. Still fighting, however, is the Beast and Lloyd. That was a turnaround fight in favor of Ghazali.
Yes, that was a great job by them landing that Cataclysm to pick up that Final Call and Temple Wolf there and just putting that extra bit behind. He has only started now building into the Ichabod and has no form of lifesteal whatsoever.
Fonke's teleported in from behind. Good freeze from HS going down on the ground. Does not go in time. The Beast gets himself that kill onto HS. Fonke still boxing out 3 members of Ghazali right onto Lloyd. He's very low at this point. The stun does not come through. World Weaver's going to secure that kill. Oh, just in time. Yes, it does secure that one with that global ultimate. Temple Wolf with his first kill of the match. Still fighting. Pluck right onto Laney. Stellar Burst doing crazy amounts of damage. Horizon granted with the kill. Fearless onto Horizon. Beast is forced to back out of that fight.
That was an incredible world with by Temple Wolf. He actually got very lucky there that any other members of Ghazali Jafar didn't actually block the World Weaver. And by the time the Stone Shield was there, it was just not enough to protect Agony. And he just fell pretty quickly. Also, the interesting thing was in that team fight that Saul was able to use the Disapparate to back off and disengage quite quickly, and then re-engage in the fight with a lot of health from her heat and other things entirely.
Exactly right. Have a look at Desecrator's build. He's gone for pretty much the same build as last time. He's skipping that height of the Urchin, not getting those early stacks on one, going right into the breastplate for that extra cooldown, whereas Horizon, playing that Sobek, is going straight into that, not the Magi, the height of the Urchin.
Yeah, I feel like Desecrator really needs a Heart of the Urchin, because unlike the last game, you have a Soul, which is a lot of auto attack damage, but it's magical, and Breastplate of Valor only gives the the physical, while Heart of the Urchin gives both physical and magical protections, which is a big benefit compared to the other one. However, Ultimate Abyss going in on Temple Wolf.
Temple Wolf using the, not even using that. Oh, he did use the backflip. Ultimate Abyss doesn't even want to use the Gravity Surge to pull. Could have been an easy kill with 3 members.
I used it like as Ultimate Abyss was there,
or
it was just a little bit before then, because I didn't actually see him use it. Nice route coming out from Temple as Horizon is giving chase to Desecrator.
Over in our duo lane, Temple Wolf and Horizon are rotating back. Gold Fury still up for contestation. Ghazali do have a sentry ward. Looks like Horizon are going to be placing their own wards at this point, just trying to scout around the jungle. Placing that ward game now, as have a look at Fonke, very deep in the jungle.
Fonke just taking out those little fire elementals to get that extra little bit of XP, as HS247 and Agony are grouping in the mid lane waiting to push that tower. Agony being on Soul means she can actually split push really effectively, combined with that unstable manifestation passive, really just allows you to push hard and fast, kind of like Apollo, except this time it won't be Temple Wolf doing it, it'll be Agony.
1, 0, and 2 is Agony at this point, building that Doom Orb already. Has not fallen down once, so he should be getting those stacks very, very quickly at this point. He does have the help from his team to make sure that he isn't dying in these team fights, as we see a 3-man grouping for Ghazali Jafar. Fonke still up there trying to box out the Beast at this point. Fearless comes through right onto him, but he's going to overhead kick, and Agony forcing them to back off.
Nice bomb coming out from actual Agony in the game. Sorry, that's a bit confusing for you people, as there's Agony and Agony. Yes, that is very annoying. They're just having a look now at the Gold Tree, as they do have the ward vision compared to Horizon, who is trying to get a sentry ward down, but seems to just not be able to find the time and place to put it down.
Agony needs to be very careful, as he has a Geb Cataclysm right onto the Rain of Fire. Beads gets used up. It's way too late, though, as Lloyd in space gets the kill onto Agony as he falls down. Right as I was saying, he has the team to back him up to make sure he doesn't lose those Doom Orb stacks. He dies.
Yes, the caster's curse is in full force as Bonker uses a nice down kick to just ensure he dodges that last firebomb coming out. The Beast now just looking to push down the solo lane as no towers have fallen in this game, even though it has been 14 minutes since the game has started.
These games have been fairly passive. 14 minutes, only one kill in it between both the teams. Neither team has really contested a Gold Fury at this point. No one's really dedicated themselves to getting that objective. Have a look at our graphs though. 1.7k experience and 2k gold still in favor of Sin Gaming, even though there's only one kill in between at links.
It's mostly just the farming efficiency coming out from the team. Like, if you can farm more effectively, get that gold just that little bit faster, eventually you're just going to keep inching and inching ahead. Interesting enough, though, Ymir looks like he'll be going into the Void Stone to provide that extra little bit of magical protection debuff on the enemy team, actually making it harder for Desecrator to even tank it, as he has 0 magical protection right now.
Do you want to see HS build a Soul Reaver that we saw Richard building every single game yesterday? I want to see a Soul Reaver Ymir. That would be
jungle
hype.
Ymir, definitely. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see that. A Frost Breath or the Glacial Struggle, anything at all will do so much damage, and the Frostbite passive is something to be feared. Even though you don't really see Ymir as an aura attacker, Frostbite just gives that huge bonus and it just can really change the team fight.
I want to see the Beast build into a Runic Shield. Just because they have that soul with the attack speed and the magical. I want to see the Runic Shield as well for the Neath, reducing that attack speed, and even the Ymir reducing the magical. I think it would be a good item for him to build.
Yes, because now they've picked up the Void Stone, they need to reduce that magical power coming out from Sin. Otherwise, they're just going to get bursted down these team fights before they can see anything happen. And with Purification being on such a long cooldown this season, you really don't want to be out of these fights for too long.
4-man grouping, no, 5-man grouping as Fonke is lurking in that top right hand mid camp, looking to see some kind of engagement. I want to see Desecrator play aggressive like he was last game, blinking in a Cataclysm. He does have the blink online, does he? Let's just have a look. Yeah, he has the blink. So I want to see him do it as the tower is extremely low. There's that blink Cataclysm onto 3 members of Sin Gaming. The Fearless right onto Agony. He uses that Sanctuary to back out of the fight. Desecrator falls down to HS. There's Big Ymir on the ground, popping ultimate, using a lot of damage. Centaurus form gets used. That's not going to be able to clean up any members. That's a 1-for-0 trade in favor of Sin Gaming.
Yeah, Desecrator didn't really have much of a backing from his team members, even though they really tried their best. HS247 just acted as the wall he is, being one of the most tanky gods in the entire game. There was nothing much really that Ghazali Jafar could actually do about that. They really just had to watch his Desecrator just melt it again. He's actually falling behind. He's already died 3 times out of the 6 kills for Sin Gaming. So he really needs to be careful, unlike last game where he was feeding quite a bit as well.
I want to see Ultimate doing more for the team. Look, he still has that Ultimate up after that team fight, even though Gab blinked in, used that shockwave to knock up the enemies. No Ultimate was provided to pull the enemy into the team. Even Neath backflipping in the fight was still not used over in our mid lane. However, Ultimate Abyss missing that Rising Jaguar. Not the Rising Jaguar. Oh, pulled from Gravity Surge. Horizon uses that Ultimate lurking in the waters to go and avoid all the CC. Agony using that Stellar Burst to poke out Ultimate Abyss in our right side mid camps. However, Fonke just trying to box out the Beast again.
That was a great use of Supernova there by Agony, as he was able to actually knock off most of the team members on Ghazali Jafar in the mid lane, stopping them from attacking Horizon, as he was using that increased move speed from lurking in the waters to really get out there. As you were mentioning when it came to someone like Ultimate Abyss, I feel like he's just kind of scared to dive in the backline because he's worried he'll just get frozen and then immediately wiped off the face of the earth. Even though he does have the Sanctuary and the Purification, he's just so scared, and Sin Gaming are able to get a Gold Fury.
With the help of 10th Wolf, already level 15, doesn't have any lifesteal. He's gone straight into the Ichabod after the Transcendence and Boots, and now he's looking to build into what possibly should be a chin size, but no Asai picked up for tempo.
Neath is an interesting hero where, one, she has her own healing coming from the Unbroken Waves, and also the fact is, the Asai isn't that helpful because Neath isn't really more of an auto-attack based ADC. She's one of those rare examples. She's more of an ability-based one, doing a lot of damage with both the Spirit Arrow as well as the Wave.
Yeah, definitely. Right side mid camps picked up by HS. He should be able to get these with the Glacial Strike and that Frostbite passive. He's finished off that Void Stone now, which gives him that magical power and the protections, as well as reducing the magical protections of the Beast with that Bulwark, as well as... But Geb doesn't even have any magical defense at this point, with a Soul on the team and HS playing Ymir.
Yeah, that is very strange. idea. Like, I don't know if he's just like stuck in like a very like kind of just build like just a standard build and not wanting to change it, or if is he thinking of something else? Because he has been shut down quite a lot, so he's been finding it quite hard to build any items whatsoever, and is now, even though he may have been planning to build the magical protection, he's just so far behind. He just hasn't had the goal to build the item. A bulk was a hope would really help him out here, as he just needs that extra little bit of survivability to really get through these team fights and just help the other team members out and help cleanse them instead of himself.
I mean, not even a bulwark of hope. I would have liked to see a Height of the Urchin again. We said at the start of the game, Horizon builds it every single game. It's a very crucial item. Gives you the magical and the physical, as well as the health and the mana, alongside with those stacks that you get from a kill or an assist. I would have liked to see him build it.
Yeah, this is actually one of the games where Desecrator can kind of get away with that. However, he cannot get away with missing the characters, and he might be caught out by HS247 and Horizon.
Good freeze onto Desecrator. Again, pluck right into Agony's Stellar Burst. You are not getting out of there. Agony granted with his second kill of the match, building up those Stumorb stacks already at fully stacks, doing so much damage at this point. No one will be able to get away from him.
Yes, have a look at the player damage chart with Agony on the very top.
Oh, 10k
from the chart, and 9,600 player damage. Compared, the closest is actually Lord in Space, the opposition mid laner, on 8,900, which is actually about 700 damage away, which is quite a big difference. So Agony really impacting the team fights.
Left side though, big group in tier 1 onto Agony, but does get frozen. Saurus form right onto Agony, wasting a lot of abilities on him. There goes the Sanctuary as well, the Beast, using that Judgment form to, or the Lawbringer, to dive right into the team. There's a Shard Device used up by HM, trying to do a lot of damage. The Beast is falling down. He's about to be...
And Temple was able to pick up a kill on the Beast, with Horizon getting a nice tail flip onto Lloyd in Space. Lloyd in Space using that Sanctuary to get away, but Fonke is hit with the lovely Mystic Rush there. However, Lloyd in Space getting a really nice dash there, and now he's running away. Horizon also able to pick up a kill on Lloyd in Space there, and Desecrator falling to HS247. This will be a tier 1 tower in the duo lane. That was actually Yep, okay, anyway. So the tier 2 tower now being looked at by Sin Gaming as they are looking to try and end this game. They are quite far ahead. Having a look at the graphs currently, it is a 10,000 experience difference and 8,000 gold difference. This actually looks like it may be going the same way as last game, as Sin Gaming has a massive lead. Even in the solo lane now, the tier 1 tower looks like it's about to fall, as minions are pushing right into that tower, with only the tiniest sliver of health remaining on that tower. Having a look at build now, Bonke, like last game, has built the Hydra Star to get that nice extra bit of value, but has not built the Reinforced Greaves or so-called value boots. However, the base trying to defend that tier 1 tower has now rotated over and is now defending the tier 1. Also, we are sorry, we're going to have to stop quickly just for some technical difficulties. We will be back shortly.
Transform your state of mind. Enter this mystical world. Transform your state of mind. Transform your state of mind.
There is no place and no moment in history where I can stand and say, oh, it really begins here, now.
Alrighty guys, we are back bringing you game number 2 between Sing as Agony takes down that right tier 2 tower. Apologies for that short break, but the action is just about to kick off as Fire Giant looks to be started up at 22 and 50 right now.
Ultimate Abyss is also just looking to try and get a nice knock up there on HS247 and is able to get one, but doesn't decide to go for the gravity surge as he knows he won't be able to really kill HS247 as he is falling quite far behind and is 2 levels behind, and it looks like he's about 1.5 items behind as well.
Sin Gaming pick up themselves the Gold Fury in mid. There's a big fight. Desecrator is the focus of aggression. There's a Shards of Ice. He's going to get popped, and Desecrator gets himself the kill. The Beast is still taking a lot of damage. Laney comes into the fight and picks up Temple Wall in the mid lane. Pluck right onto Ultimate Abyss, who uses that Sanctuary. Horizon is now chasing down the mid lane with the rest of the boys from Sin Gaming.
However, Fonka using the Mystic Rush, followed behind by Agony, who's ready to throw that Silver Burst, plus the freeze. Agony picks up another kill, putting him at a killing spree, and that will be a tier 2 tower in the middle lane, signifying the final tower, the second last tower, sorry, to fall for Ghazali Jafar.
They'll easily be able to take that one out as Agony is on that soul, and he's already got that Obsidian Shard online for himself, which is going to be doing massive amounts of damage as well as when he's in his passive, adding that meter to his heat.
And he's already built the Enchanted Trinket, which will most likely be going into the Polynomicon, because unlike Isis, Sol is extremely strong with the Polynomicon. After activating Stellar Burst and putting some auto attacks plus the Unstable Manifestation, it is a whole lot of hurt in the late game, and Sol is very much good at late game, going 4-1-5 this game, having an extremely strong impact on the game.
And also top player damage on the side of the entire game, almost 17k damage. Close behind is Temple at that 15 mark, but really doing so much for the team is Agony at this point. Stellar Bursts have been absolutely on point, followed up by the freezes of HS, doing a great job at setting up the kills. He's 5-1-6 himself, building that E-Staff. What are your thoughts on getting that massive chunk health item?
I really love the Ethereal Staff, especially since he has built the Winged Blade, giving that extra little bit of health. Due to the fact that Yumi is innately healthy and tanky, however, the Beast now trying to deal with Fonke as well as Horizon. And Fonke getting knocked up in there by Desecrator. And Agony
massive team fight
separate.
Breaking out here over this blue camp. Temple Wall knocked up. There's a big fight. The Beast is forced to use that Lawbringer to back out of the fight. No casualties as of yet. Good pluck, but it's not going to connect with...
However, the Mystic Rush coming out from Fonke there, trying to land his slow. However, Lloyd in Space is able to use the dash and get away, and Fonke is now having a look at the fire dome with the rest of his team as he is backing up with Lloyd in Space, trying to see if he can chase them behind, possibly even land a firebomb on them.
They should be looking to start up the fire giant, yet no members are still down. They could be looking to bait this one out. Laney coming in from behind, trying to provide a bit of poke damage. Good wall. There's that Stellar Burst that we like to see. A lot of damage onto Desecrator. The Beast gets frozen out, plucked right into Temple Wolf. The Spirit Arrow is going to connect. Centaurus form right onto Temple Wolf, and Horizon Shards of Ice gets knocked down right into... That's a massive amount of damage provided with that World Weaver and the Shards of Ice. Desecrator is walled off. He's going to be falling down. Agony doing so much damage with those basic attacks. He has that Polynomicon online, and the Stellar Burst doing so much damage. HS gets out on 82 HP.
That does not surprise me. With Yumi being that tanky, it doesn't surprise me he was able to get out. Even though he doesn't have that much physical or magical protection, he is just getting the most value out of that Breastplate of Valor as well as the Void Stone to ensure that he can just get out alive. And in that team fight, Agony doing a great job combined with Horizon, landing those plucks exactly when he needs it. Agony also trying to defend this tier 1 tower against Just Laney as he is still on full health, doing a great job coming in from behind during that team fight. But sadly, it was not enough to stop the push of Sin Gaming in that team fight.
And speaking of value, just before Fonke played a very, very strong Raven last game, he hasn't gone for those value boots, nor that Hydra Star that we saw him build last game. Why do you reckon he's gone for such a different build this game?
He has actually did build the Hydra Star, but it looks like he's selling it to build himself possibly even like a Void Shield, or even something like... Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if he builds a Runic Shield, which is an interesting item as it boosts movement speed after you've healed, which Fonke allows him to just charge even more with that Frostbound and just have a huge movement speed advantage over the opponent. It looks like Sin are now ready to invade either this jungle or the tier 2 tower.
They're looking for this tier 2 tower. Agony doing a lot of damage with those basic attacks to the tower. They have 4 grouped members. Oh, Gravity Surge right onto Horizon. It's going to do a lot of damage. Knocked up with that Feather Step. Horizon still in the back line over here, back before the tier 2 tower. That's going to be a Shards of Ice used up by HS247. Not going to connect with anyone as Lloyd in Space dashes out of there, trying to do a lot of damage onto Fonke. Walled off. Oh, Glacial Strike to the Stellar Burst is going to get Agony the kill onto Lloyd in Space.
And Agony able to use the Disapparator to get away while ultimate Abyss! And it's picked up by Agony Disapparate there! And Fonke picking up a kill on Desecrator, making it a double kill for this team fight, with Fonke now going ham on the Beast and just laning as they try to survive under this tier 2 tower, still a burst hitting the Beast.
Agony 6-1 with that double kill right onto Just Laney. Laney gets himself the kill onto HS. Agony gets himself his 3rd kill of that team fight. The Beast gets a return kill, but he's going to fall down. Agony getting 4 kills in that team fight, getting a deicide for Sin Gaming.
And now Sin Gaming are looking at that solo side Phoenix as they have huge numbers advantage with everyone on the side of Ghazali Jafar not coming up in the latest time of 4 seconds. 3 seconds till Lord in Space is up and Desecrator will be up in the next 4 seconds.
Smart choice of Sin to back off. Do you reckon they're going to be going for a Fire Giant knowing that Lloyd and Desecrator are up with only 3 members of their own team, or do you think they're just going to go for a bit more jungle clear?
I feel like they could easily bait a Fire Giant now that it looks like Raven's actually going into the Runic Shield to deal with the fact that Lloyd in Space is doing a lot of magical power damage just to shut them down even further since they are so far behind. Looking at the grasp, we can see it's an 18,000 experience and 15,000 gold difference in the way of Sin Gaming. This game looks like it is good and done for Ghazali as Sin are just absolutely dominating this game. Unlike last game where it was just a little bit closer, but this game is an absolute blowout where Sin are just dominating.
Massive lead for Sin Gaming. They haven't started off the Fire Giant. Oh, yes, they have Agony looking over there with Horizon. They could easily bait this, as you were mentioning before, but still not committing to it. They're that far ahead. Why do you reckon they're not going for this Fire Giant?
They're just waiting just a little extra bit longer until they can get Ghazali Jafar into that Fire Giant area, then get them. They just want to just make sure they wipe them and then just go straight for the finish after they've wiped them out and got Fire Giant.
Now, looking around, we see Fonke doing a good job at zoning out the members of Ghazali Jafar, while the rest of Sin are taking down this Fire Giant. That's Shards of Ice to try and secure, doing a lot of damage. There goes a Judgment right onto Fire Giant, but it's not going to be enough as Sin get themselves the first Fire Giant of the match. Good freeze right onto Ultimate Abyss, forces to use that beat. He's on Suki right now, trying to juke out the rest of the members of Sin. Fonke doing a great job in the backline, trying to destroy everyone there. Fonke doesn't get himself the kill as the rest of Ghazali get out of that. Ultimate Abyss is the remaining member. Stellar Burst should get himself the kill. Fonke gets that one, however.
And now just laning on such tiny slivers of the hole, same with the base, with the World Weaver down there, safe to back to base. This looks like it's going to be a 5-man push to the end as they are going straight for the Phoenix on the solo side.
They should easily melt that one down with the help of Temper Wolf and Agony. Now they're looking to go right onto Laney. There goes the overhead kick to prevent any kind of damage. They're going for the Titan, not even focusing the Phoenix's 6,500. If the Titan is about half HP, the Beast is looking to use that Judgment. It's going to be not enough. Ghazali do fall down to Sin Gaming, making it a 2-0 series of the second day of the first week of the OPL Pro League split number 1. Massive damage coming through from Agony at the end of that game. 9, 1, and 8 links.
Yeah, that was an incredible job there. And due to that fact, Agony will actually be getting the MVP this game, which is very exciting indeed.
Definitely granted with that MVP doing almost 2,500 damage. 25k damage. 2,500 is a bit low for a 30-minute game. 25k damage. 9, 1, and 8. Getting himself an unofficial quadra kill, taking out 4 members in that last fight. We have Agony here with us. How did that game go for you guys?
It went great for us. We drafted comfortably. We were looking for those certain picks, and we got those certain picks for us.
So Agony, who was really the main shot caller for your team during those team fights? Like, they seem to go super well and just very well coordinated.
HS, definitely shot calling our team fights, always calling for the aggression, whether or not to get off objectives or go for a kill.
Speaking of HS, playing that Ymir in that last game, what was the thought behind picking Ymir? You don't usually see him in this higher level. You don't usually see a Ymir jungle. What was the thought behind picking the Ymir?
Well, we never really practiced it, but we caught them off guard because they pretty much banned out HS.
And I mean, clearly it's a new comfort pick for him. 6-2 and 14 doing 13k damage. He just did so much damage alongside you, Agony, doing a lot of damage as well at the end game. Do you have any additional thoughts to that, Lynx?
No, I'm just wondering also, like, how often do you play Sol in that mid lane? Because Sol you kind of see as more like an ADC kind of pick, but you play her extremely well in that mid lane.
She's definitely one of my strongest picks. I very much love playing Sol. So just get me Sol fan.
Yeah, that
Looks
sounds
like-
about right. Thank you so much for joining us, Agony.
Thank
Do
you.
you have any extra comments, Agni, that you want to add? Any shout outs?
I'd like to shout out to Sin. So thank you for supporting us.
Awesome. That is almost it for the day. I do believe, Lynx, we shouldn't be seeing any more games. Sin Gaming take out Ghazali Jafar, their rivals, in a 2-0 series. Super hyped for that.
Yes, that was a great series, and that will actually end our first week of the OPL. We now have all 6 teams have played, and it's been a very interesting week, with most games actually being fairly close.
Exactly right. The skill gap is much closer in this split of the Pro League in 2016. It'll be interesting to see how close the next week's games are. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and also follow to make sure next week's games aren't missed out. I guarantee they'll be as hype as this week's were. Till then, my name is Parathis. I've been casting with Lynx Clone. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. See you later.
Have a lovely day.